Okay, aside from safety and driving the right line like Tony just showed us, one of the other important factors of driving on track is knowing where the safety and corner workers are. So Tony's not going to take us around track and point out the corner stations. They may not all be manned when you're on track, depending on what day it is, but they will show you where they are located by showing you usually a pointed rolled up blue flag on your initial lap out so that you know where they're at. So Tony, go ahead and add anything else that you feel is important.
Okay, you have your corner worker here at the end of pit lane. Obviously they're releasing you, but they're also flagging for turn 1. This corner station off to the right. As Mike said, they may or may not all be manned. As long as there's a line of sight there, they may skip a couple. But they cover turn 1, 2, and 3. The next one to look for is way down in 4, off to the right, and it's pretty much where you're looking anywhere. Obviously you don't want to be gazing all around anywhere but the track, but if you're looking up where you ought to be looking, these guys are right in your view. And as you set up for turn 4, you'll see them. And if you see yellow or blue or anything off to the right, well, it's coming from those guys, so pay attention to it. Next corner station is on the inside or the left of turn 5. Generally, that may or may not be manned. But usually, most days, the one over in 6 is manned, and you're aimed right at it coming through here. You can't miss it. Just keep an eye out for them. Because they're not really cops. Everybody looks at them as cops, but I mean, they're out here to help you. They're some of the biggest fans in the world. They know who the good drivers are, who the bad ones are, and they really enjoy racing, and that's their way of being involved, and they're just trying to help. They're just communicating to you the things that need to be told to you. May or may not know what's going on. One off to the right going in here to 8. Sometimes it's a little easy to miss that one. You kind of catch it out of the corner of your eye. Just be aware of it. Then the left-hander coming out onto the straightaway. You can't miss this one because you're kind of looking right past them at the apex as you come by. When they hang that flag out, it's hard to miss. Okay, now here you're kind of looking to the left at your braking markers. And the corner station is off to your right. And sometimes it's kind of easy to miss if you're following somebody and you're trying to pass them. Just take a glance over there before you get to the braking area. You definitely see them as you get to the turn-in point, but it's important to see them well before that. Next corner station is off the left going into 13. You can't miss this one because just like in 6, you're aimed right at it. And if you decide to come into the pits, you hold your hand out, they'll give you a little wave knowing they saw it, and then you can pull your hand in. Next corner station, there's a start-finish line, which may or may not be manned, but the end of the pit wall, which is always manned. And you know you're doing well if you see them out there with a stopwatch timing you, because it looks like you're going fast. And that's where the corner stations are on the south track.